I want to congratulate you. We understand that Kosciusko has just been named the most patriotic town in Attala County. Yeah, not many people stand to attention, pop that hat off, hand over your heart for a practice. That's pretty good. Good evening, everybody. We're so proud you're here. On behalf of the Lions of Mississippi, I would like to welcome you tonight to the 75th edition of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band Concert, Lobby Show, and Grand Finale. You're about to witness the results of a very intense week of rehearsals. This week, the students have begun each day at 6 o'clock with a very pleasant little tap on their door, and we put them to bed each night at 11 o'clock. They have been real troopers and have endured and persevered through some of the most brutal days of heat and humidity, as well as lip and fanny fatigue. That's a good place to laugh right there. Sitting before you are the top 145 students representing 37 different high schools. They are here because they survived a stressful two-stage audition process, and they represent the absolute best our state has to offer. As long as this group exists, Mississippi will never be last in everything. I'm so proud you remembered to clap from last year. The young people of this state are our greatest assets, and these young people you see before you are the best of the best. I know you will be impressed by what you see and hear. Our presentation will be divided into 3 parts. First, the concert portion, then our lobby show and salute to Lionism, and finally, our grand parade finale. We hope that you will relax and sit back and enjoy the efforts of these wonderful young people. Out of respect for them, please turn your cell phones to silent. And if you have small children that are apt to go off, please put them in silent mode as well. Now, without further delay, please stand for our national anthem. Under the direction of our very special guest conductor, Mr. Johnny Dowd, former director of Ethel High School and longtime Mississippi band director. Mr. Dowd.
We ask that you turn your attention to the left auditorium wall and note one particular historic panel. Carolyn Smithson Ritter was handed a saxophone in the 2nd grade by W.G. Skipworth. This is when he started students on their instruments. She had already developed a profound admiration for the Big Red Band and continues to this day. All of us would not be sitting here this evening had it not been for the generosity of Carolyn and Tex Ritter. To this end, this auditorium is now named for the Ritters, and a plaque has been hung on the rear wall in the center. It reads, Charles, Tex, and Carolyn Smithson Ritter gave the initiating gift for major renovations of the Skipworth Performing Arts Center. Their generosity set the pace for fundraising and an unprecedented level of giving. The transformative challenges in this great hall honor the rich local heritage of high performance in the arts and music. With reverence, in a setting that is only fitting for our children, we owe the Ritters a debt of gratitude. And I believe that Miss Ritter is here tonight. Would you please stand and be recognized? We have a video presentation at this time as well.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Alan Sills, and it's my joy to say a few words of welcome to you before the show gets started. I'm a former member of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band in 1979, 1980, 1981, and 1982, and I currently serve as Chief Medical Officer for the National Football League. I'm sorry that my travel schedule didn't allow me to be with you tonight, but I'm excited to have the Mississippi Lions All-State Band performing in Kosciusko, Mississippi. The Mississippi Lions Band has meant so much to me and to my family. I mentioned that I was a member of the band for 4 years, and I later served on the staff for several years. My father was a member of the very first Mississippi Lions All-State Band to win an international championship way back in 1951, and then he served on the staff of the band for several years after that. He was also the director-manager for a 15-year period from 1983 to 1997, during which time the band won 7 international championships. My mom was on the staff during those years as well, and so it's no exaggeration to say that the Lions Band has been an integral part of our family throughout of our lives. Kosciusko is also a very special place to us. It's the home of both of my parents. They're both proud graduates of Kosciusko High School, where you are tonight, and obviously I spent a lot of time there growing up as well. I want to say a word of congratulations to the students who've been selected for this year's band. It's an incredible accomplishment, and we celebrate the hard work and the skill that you've put in to get to this point. You're also joining an incredibly long list of accomplished musicians. As I mentioned, this stretches back many years, and it is a group that stays together and is bound by a very special bond for our shared experiences. I want to send my very best wishes of good luck to the staff and members for your competition this year. I know that you'll go and represent our state with pride and with dignity, and you'll do all you can to bring home yet another international championship. So I hope everyone enjoys the night. I know it'll be a great night of fellowship and great entertainment, and I wish you all the very best and enjoy the show. God bless everyone.
A new historic lobby will be named for Mr. Charles Mickey Grove. Mr. Grove has made his mark statewide as well as nationally in the band world. He served as director of the Big Red Band for 19 years. Mr. Grove understands that outstanding musicians and citizens must first get it right at home. A banner will assume its own place among the panels already rendered. Thank you to Mr. Grove for all you've done locally, as well as your legacy to the Mississippi Lions All-State Band. I think Mr. Grove is with us tonight. Would you stand and be recognized, Mr. Grove?
At this time, please help us welcome to the stage our concert director, Miss Jamie Young from Lake Cormorant High School, as the band performs Rustlin' and Macmillan. take a second and thank the fine folks down at Pearl River Community College in Poplarville. We've been training down there the last week or so. I want to especially thank Mr. Mike Bass, the Director of Bands, and his associates, Mr. Jerry Pickering and Dr. Andy Gilstrap for hosting us and making sure that we had a quality camp experience. We are forever grateful to the Lions of Mississippi for their love and support over the course of the last 75 years. This year, we would especially like to thank Mr. Mike Flynn, the Executive Director of the Lions of Mississippi, for his tireless efforts on behalf of these young people. And we would also like to thank Lion Jimmy Puckett of Amory. He and his sweet wife Charlotte established the Mississippi Lions Band Food Project several years ago. Miss Charlotte's gone on to be with the Lord, but Mr. Puckett continues that effort. We eat early every day at camp, 4:30 in the afternoon. Then these young people go out and march for 2 hours. Then they have an hour and a half, 2-hour concert session rehearsal. So at 10 o'clock when we dismiss them to the dorm, they're hungry. And so they, just like y'all sneak to the refrigerator at 10 o'clock when the news comes on, these guys are hungry. And so the Pucketts recognize that, and each year Jimmy and Charlotte would raise $4,000 to $5,000 so that we could feed those children and it wouldn't come out of their parents' pocket. And so we are forever grateful to them. And then I want to publicly thank my wife Diane and all the staff people that helped her prepare the fourth meal this week for these young people and the staff. She's cooked everything from hamburgers to barbecue sandwiches to a nacho bar and just about everything else so these young people can go to bed with their full tummies. Before we continue, if we have any Lions in attendance tonight, would you please stand and be recognized so we can give you a hand? All Lions. If you're a Lion, you're a Lions player. We also want to thank the Lions of Kosciusko for feeding us. They had us down at Jason's, and I'm telling you what, it's a marvel to see these young people go through a buffet. I don't go through it anymore. I got stabbed in the back of a hand with my fork one time, and so I'll wait till they get through and then I go through. But thank you so much to the Lions of Kosciusko, and I understand that they helped a couple of Attala County folks, and we want to recognize those folks right now. We have a student from Kosciusko High School, and then we have one from Ethel High School, Katy Jo Newman. She's a trumpet player from Ethel High School. Where's Katy Jo? Right. So then the next one we have, they're probably in there. Oh, here's Grayson. Here's Grayson. Come on down, Grayson. Yeah, we have Grayson Blaylock from Kosciusko High School. This is a history-making young man. He is the very first male dancer in 75 years. You wait to see him perform later on. That boy's got more moves than a box of X-Lax, I'm telling you. Y'all think, oh yeah, y'all gonna figure that one out. Okay, here we go. As we continue, now please welcome to the podium our Assistant Concert Director, Mr. David Hoppel from New Albany High School, as the band continues with the Albanian dance. Okay. young people sitting before you didn't simply show up and become a member of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band. For most, it took months of training, practice, and dedication by both students and parents. In addition, I'm sure that they received help from their band directors and private teachers. At this time, we would like to honor the band directors and private instructors that support our band by asking them to stand so that we may recognize them. I would ask that all band directors and private instructors please stand. Please stand. Now, please welcome to the podium our equipment manager, Mr. Charlie Sorto of Quitman High School, as the band will continue with Amparita Roca. For the 12th year in a row, the Lions of Mississippi sponsored a jazz band comprised of members of the young people that you see before you. They performed for our students the other night at our ice cream social. Mr. Mike Bass from Pearl River Community College serves as the director of our jazz band. And we would like to recognize the members of our jazz band. If you would, please hold your applause so we can get them all called out. Please stand as I call your name. Daniel Todd, Olivia Callahan, Tanner Franks, Andy Liu, Ashley Lofton, Martin Hinchy, Eddie Terry, Allison Ray, River Mesa, Joshua Bowman, Gabriel Frederick, Wesley Bezingham, Cody Chin, Cal Elrod, Allison Nunn, Cody Porch, Evan Boudreau, Gabe Evans, Joy Ramirez, and Eddie Marie Elliott. Did I get everybody? Please give them a hand. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Give me just a second. I gotta find something very important. Whew. Thank goodness. After 75 years, you can imagine we're on generation 3 of members of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band. And I would like to introduce the young people of the band that have had family members in the band, and some of them are probably here with us tonight. So if you would please bring up the house lights, if you don't mind. And here we go. It's going to take just a minute. Everybody take a big breath. If you would, bring up the house lights. There we go. There we go. Thank you so much. Evan Boudreau, Ocean Springs. Right back in the back, trumpet player. And his brother, Chase Boudreau, was a 4-year member on trumpet. And Chase is here tonight. Where is he? Stand on up, Chase. Thank you very much. And Ada Colburn from Amory, the color guard. She's right here. And her mother, Christy Colburn, was a member on the alto sax. Is she here tonight? No, she's not here, but give her a hand, please. Then Aiden Curry, Northwest Rankin, French horn. He had a brother, Ben Curry, was a 4-year member on alto sax, and he has a cousin, Carly Green, that was a member on bass clarinet and is a member of the staff. And Tyler Dodge, Lewisburg, color guard. His sister, Judith Amick, was also a member on color guard. Is she here tonight? She's not here, but give him a hand. And Sophia Elliott from Stone High School, dancer. She had a cousin, Melanie Ladner, that was a saxophone player. Is she here tonight? No? Give her a hand, please. Then Jalad Goulet, sax player from Oxford, had a brother, Yaniv Goulet, was a tuba player. His sister Gabby Goulet was on color guard, and his sister Tazi Goulet was also on the color guard. They're here tonight. They're going to see us in Oxford. Give him a hand, please. Then we have Caleb Henry from Columbus, trumpet player over there, and he has a brother, Kendall Henry, trombone player, right back there. Twinkies. And then we have Kendall Henry, right back here. And he has a brother, Caleb Henry, right over there. Then Skylar Lover from Lake Cormorant. Skylar. And she had an uncle, Dale Warfield, who was a tuba player. Is he here tonight? No? Give her a hand, please. Then Martin Hinchy, actually he lives in Columbia, but he goes to Summerall. Is that correct? And he has sister Sarah Hinchy that was a flute player for 2 years. She's not here. She was at the concert last night. Give him a hand. Then Daly Johnson, dancer from Long Beach. Her dad, Hayes Johnson, was a tuba player for 2 years. He's not here tonight, is he? Give her a hand. then Ashley Lofton, tenor sax player from Germantown, is right back there. She had a sister, or actually still has a sister, named Abigail Lofton, French horn player for 4 years, is marching with the Bluecoats. Isn't that right? So she's off marching somewhere in the United States with the Bluecoats. So please give her a hand, please. Then Mackenzie Mapes from Hernando, her sister Keegan Mapes was a dancer with the band. She's not here tonight. Give her a hand. And then Lizzie MacArthur. MacArthur family is the premier family in the band world in the state of Mississippi, not just now, but for many, many years. So here we go. Lizzie's father, Chris, was a trombone player in the Lions All-State Band, was also on the staff and won the international championship as a marching director when the band went to Hong Kong. Her mother, Stephanie MacArthur, was a member on alto sax and from Kosciusko High School, isn't that correct? And she was also on the staff. Then her sister, Catherine, was a clarinet player and has served on staff. Then her uncle, Jay, was a percussionist with the band, was also on staff, and also won the international championship. Their grandmother was a legendary Edith MacArthur. She was a member on trombone, and then was also a member of the staff as one of the directors. Her grandfather, John, was also on the staff as a director. Then her great uncle, Walter Moore, was a member on trumpet, and her cousin, Wally Moore, was a trombone player with the band. That it? Give her a hand. Then we have Lee McNeil from Lewisburg, trumpet player back there in the back. And his dad, Sid McNeil, was the assistant concert director. Isn't that correct? Assistant concert director. He'll be with us tomorrow night. Well, he was with us last night. Is he here tonight? No, sir. Give him a hand. And then we have Paige McNeil, South Jones, a dancer. And she has a sister, Aubrey McNeil, that's also a dancer. She's not quite grown up yet. She's trying to catch up. So give them a hand. And then we have Aubrey McNeil. That's a dancer, and that's her sister, Paige. They have to have equal. Then Carly Pegues from New Albany. And her brother, Jonathan Pegues, was on the snare drum. Is he here tonight? He's not here tonight. Give her a hand, please. Then William Hardwick from Hernando. And his brother, Brian Crum, was a tuba player. Is he here tonight? Not here. Give him a hand. And then Olivia Callahan, saxophonist. Her uncle, Stephen Pruitt, was a percussionist with the band. Is that correct? He's not here tonight? Okay, give her a hand. And Ethan Horn, tuba player from Ocean Springs, back there in the back. And his brother Dalton Horn was also a tuba player. He's not here tonight. Then give him a hand. Then we have Andy Lou from Madison Central, tenor sax player back in the back. And his sister, Ann, is a clarinet player. And y'all know the stick, right? So we're gonna go past that. Then we have Ann, and then she has a brother, Andy. And then Abigail Presley, a dancer from Grenada. And her dad, Joe Presley. Are they here tonight? You don't think so? Okay, Joe Presley, this really bothers me to say this, but he was first alternate on baritone 4 years. 3 years, okay, sorry about that, 3 years. But he was also the marching director and he won the international championship, so he can't be half bad. And then her mom, Kim, was on the staff and has done the color guard, did the color guard for many, many years. And then her uncle, Scott Presley, was also a member of the band on trombone. So give her a hand. Then Allison Nunn from Lake Cormorant, trumpet player back there in the back. Her cousin Todd Rosamond was a member of the band on tuba. Is that correct? Is he here tonight? You don't know? Is Todd, are you here tonight? No. Okay, give her a hand, please. Then, Jason Quiros from Ocean Springs. Jason, percussionist back there in the back. And his sister Jennifer Quiros was a flute player. She's not here tonight, is she? Okay, give her a hand. Give him a hand. Then Jonathan Roney from South Jones, trumpet player, right over there. And his brother Jacob Roney was a baritone player in the band. He's not here tonight. He was there last night. Give him a hand, please. And Leah Smith from Center Hill, percussionist back there in the back. Was Trevor your uncle? Cousin. Her cousin Trevor Shute was a member on trombone. Is that correct? Is he here tonight? No. Give her a hand. Then we have Margaret Ann Sullivan, French horn player from Starkville. And her dad, Sean Sullivan, has been on the staff, was concert director when we went to Japan, and is serving as assistant equipment manager and truck driver on our trip up to Boston. He's standing right back in the back. So y'all give them a hand. And then Caleb Shee, first chair flute right here in the front. And his brother David Shee was also a flute player in the band. He here tonight? Let's give him a hand, please. Then Jennifer Watson from North Pontotoc. Where's Jennifer? Okay, I see her over there. Her uncle Ted Watson was a tuba player. And her aunt Molly Watson was a clarinet player. Is that correct? Give her a hand, please. And then Sarah Kate Wood from Boonville. If you go up there and you say Boonville, they know you're from out of town. But it's her. She has sister Carla Shields on color guard, and sister Callie Lyon, color guard, and then her sister Emma Grace Olson was color guard and dancer. Give her a hand. Okay, did I miss anybody on the... Did I miss you? So we have Daniel Tubb, right here in the front, saxophone player. We have brother Matthew Tubb, that was a clarinet player? Clarinet player. Give him a hand. Senior citizen moment there, I'm sorry. John and Dale, and her father Chris was a member of the band, and mom, what's her name? Lori? Is that y'all? Is that y'all? Nobody wants to claim her? She's a great kid. Where are they at? Oh, over there, okay. Okay. Best story ever. I love it. They, Mr. Bisnail met in the Lions All-State Band. And so Jonna owes her existence to the Mississippi Lions Band. And parents, if you're here, I promise you, we're going to try to not let that type of experience happen in this material. But anyway, I'm sorry for all the confusion, John, and we'll get it right. Now, some of the staff had the same thing. Miss Nicole Allen, where's Nicole? Where's she at? Way back there in the back. And her niece, Lacey Smith, was on the color guard. Her niece, Megan Askew, was on the color guard. Her brother-in-law, Keith Carr, was a trombone player. And her brother-in-law, Mitch Carr, was also a trombone player. Give her a hand, please. And Zach Cannon is a staff assistant with us this year. He's been a percussion instructor a time or two. And where are you at? Right there in the back. His dad is seriously flawed, and his mom is Diane Cannon. She's the one that cooks all the food. His wife Paige makes some wicked Gatorade, and his sister Leslie Hood was a nurse on staff, and his brother-in-law was Brett Green. And was a trombone player the last time the band went to Melbourne, Australia. So give him a hand. And Carly Green down in front, she's from South Pike, is on staff. She had a cousin, Ben Curry, that was a saxophonist for 4 years, and Aiden Curry, that's on the stage, that's a French horn player. Where's Aiden? Okay, thanks. And then Braylon Hamlin from Pontotoc. Her mom, Ginger Etheridge, was a baritone player. Her brother, Coda Etheridge, was a baritone player for 4 years. And they finally had a musician in the family, Lydia Short, as a trumpet player. So give them a hand. And then Craig Lewis from South Jones. Where's Craig? Way back in the back. Her brother Dalton Lewis was a euphonium player for 3 years. 2 years. 2 years. And so he's off in Colorado someplace. So give Craig a hand. And last, but certainly not least, is Mr. Jonathan Schwartz. He's our videographer. He's back there. He sends pictures on our Facebook page to mamas and daddies. He calls them proof of life pictures because oftentimes they don't get in touch with their mamas and daddies during the course of the week. And so he provides them with that. And his daughter, Alexis, was a trombone player in the band in Somebody's Way Man. He has a family member in the band? Oh, he has a staff member. Oh, okay, Mr. Mangum, our assistant director manager, please stand. Turn around and face the crowd. And his family member is his wife on the other side of the auditorium. That's what doing Lions Band 20 years will do for you. But she's been home taking care of her mother while we've been at camp. But she's normally driving the cart, running into old ladies, and making Gatorade for us. And we miss you, Rachel, and we hope you'll get back with us soon. So give them a hand. Okay, I hope that is it. This is our 75th anniversary, and the Lions of Mississippi have commissioned a work to honor all past and present students and staff. Last night we premiered this piece. It's wonderfully challenging, very exciting, and very reflective. And we are so fortunate to have its composer conduct the band tonight for the second performance of Legacy, Celebration, and Reflection. Please help welcome to the stage Dr. Clifton Taylor from Mississippi State University. One of the gratifying things to happen each year is that former members of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band come back to watch, evaluate, and be a part of this wonderful organization. If you have ever been a member of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band, would you please stand? If you've ever been a member, please stand. The staff of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band, would you please stand? Would you please stand? Thank you so much. At this time, I would like to introduce you to our 4-year members. Please stand as I call your name. And this year, we have 3 4-year members. And before we do that, I understand that Lizzie's Uncle Jay is here tonight. Jay, where are you at?
Back here.
I thought you were a Methodist. Why are you sitting in the Baptist chair? Stand up where everybody can see you. Just, Jay MacArthur, right back there. All right, here we go with our 4-year members. Lizzie MacArthur, first chair dancer. River Mesa, first chair trombone. And Allison Nunn, first chair trumpet. Let's give them a hand, please. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to recognize our 3-year members. This year we have 15 3-year members. Please stand as I call your name. Please hold your applause until I've called all of these young people's names. Mary Ellen Anderson, Cameron Boland, Evan Boudreaux, Joshua Bowman, Gabby Carraway, Andrew Cavelli, Caden Creel, Addie Marie Elliott, Anna Garrett, Tori Glenn, Wesley Joe, Mackenzie Mapes, Cody Porch, Logan Sinkfield, and Sarah Kate Wood. Did I get everybody? Please give them a hand. Thank you. Now I'd like to recognize our 2-year members. Our 2-year members. This year we have 30 2-year members. Here we go. Once again, please hold your applause to the end. Lee Anderson, Jasmine Carbello, Ada Colburn, Jaden Dixon, Tyler Dodge, Cal Elrod, Gabe Evans, Gabriel Frederick, Goulet, Brooklyn Hall, Holden Abair, Martin Hinchy, Jet Hopper, Mary Alice Latham, Logan Lewis, Ashley Lofton, Andy Liu, Carson May, Paige McNeil, Rachel Pinkston, Abigail Presley, Jason Quiros, James Smiley, Margaret Ann Sullivan, Addie Terry, Daniel Toe, Noel Underwood, Allison Ray, Caleb Shee, and Lacey Zarang. Did I get everybody? Did I get everybody? Who? Joy Ramirez, right back there, trumpet player. Joy Ramirez. Who else did I forget? Madison Berg, clarinet player. Is that all? Who? And Lindsay Breland on mallets back there. Sorry about that, guys. Give them a hand. Okay, and finally, in the old days, we just asked these kids to stand up. Didn't get their names called out. And last year, I kind of changed that. Because, you know, these young people, even though they're first-year members, they work just as hard as anybody else to get into this ensemble, and they deserve to have their name called out like everybody else, so I'm going to ask you to indulge me, and we're going to go through this list very quickly. Adam Anderson, Andres Andino Sanchez, Campbell Beard, Maggie Bennett, Wesley Bezincon, Brady Benvenue, Natalie Blair, Grayson Blaylock, McAllister Braden, Gregory Brooks, David Bryant, Graham Burks, Madison Burt. You already called your name. You're on the wrong list. That's one of your name on. Kent Bynum, Olivia Callahan, Spencer Carlisle, Parker Carlisle, Aiden Curry, Richard Davison, Claire Davis, Noel Davis, Vincent Dinehart, Cassidy Edwards, Drew Eisman, Sophia Elliott, Eli Emerson, Drake Estep, Joshua Fernandez, Joseph Flowers, Tanner Franks, Gabriel Frederick, Eric Godoy, Olivia Gonzalez, Marina Gupalova, Kyler Greco, LaDeja Green, Morgan Green, Nolan Gerlin, Luke Hammer, William Hardwick, Kendall Henry, Caleb Henry, Haley Heron, Allison Heron, Avery Kate Holland, Ethan Horn, Joshua Howard, Daley Johnson, Jeremiah Johnston, Miles Jones, Henry Jones, Clara Ketchum, Robert Lampkin Jr., Taylor Lindsay, Amelia Lipsky, Isabella Longo, Caroline Lowe, Joseph Lowther, Aaron Lou, Ann Lou, Emily Lou, Skylar Lovers, Jacob Manning, Aubrey McNeil, Lee McNeil, Caden Miller, Paige Murphy, John Anell, Katy Jo Newman, Alexander Parshikoff, Zoe Paul, Carly Pegues, Lakin Pickett, Quentin Proctor, Shreya Rajan, Joy Ramirez, Seth Reed, Samantha Reyes, Jaslyn Rodriguez, Jonathan Roney, Jackson Salter, Leah Smith, Peyton Snyder, Matthew Sorrells, Cooper Thomas, Mackenzie Thomason, Francisco Valentin, Garrett Van Ebron, Caitlin Moore, Dave Watson, Jennifer Watson, Garrett Weeks, Mackenzie West, Elijah Wright, and Brayton Yarborough. Did I get everybody? Cody Shin. Stand up, Cody. Please give these young people a round of applause. Thank you, everybody. You may be seated. Thank you very much. Now, please help welcome to the stage our Assistant Director Manager, former Director of the Big Red Band, Mr. Mickey Mann. As the band will play Shepherd's Hay. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to recognize the officers of the 2023 Mississippi Lions All-State Band. Our officers with the band are organized exactly like every Lions Club in the state of Mississippi and indeed the world. So we have a president, a vice president, secretary, treasurer, and a tail twister. Now the tail twister has to have a little explanation as to what that is. And the tail twister is the guy or lady that kind of keeps everything on an even keel. Sometimes these meetings get a little heated and it's their job to bring everything back to the middle so that they're all being constructive. I think maybe we ought to look into having a tail twister for our country, and that might help some things. Easy. Okay, here they are. Here are the officers. President River Mesa from South Jones. Vice Presidents Andrew Cavelli from Ocean Springs. Secretary Treasurer is Margaret Ann Sullivan from Starkville. And our tail twister, highly qualified, Cal Elrod, Olive Branch High School. Give them a hand. Now, please welcome to the stage our Assistant Marching Director, Mr. Brian Joyce from South Jones High School, as the band will continue with Barnum and Bailey's Fractured Favorite. Mr. Joyce. At this time, I would like to recognize a group of young people that have been very important to us during camp. This year we had 12 band directors or music education majors that have been with us, and they have been sharing together, working together, all of the staff working together to make sure that these young people get a quality camp experience. And I want to recognize the techs that are with us tonight. And so if you would stand, Nicole Allen Pearl, marching. Zach Cannon, Long Beach with the marching band. Carly Green, South Pike is a tech with the woodwinds. Braylon Hamlin is from Pontotoc, and she's a tech with the brass. Maggie Harden from Neshoba Central, actually Mississippi State University, is a tech with the visual. Ann Caraway Carruthers is tech with the brass, and she's from Florida State University. Craig Lewis is tech staff with the woodwinds, and she's from the University of Southern Mississippi. Then Mr. Stephen Culpepper from Ridgeland High School is on the visual tech staff. Then Mr. Braden Green from Brandon is a part of the brass tech staff. Haley Templeton from Neshoba Central is part of the visual staff. Mason Williams from Clarkdale is part of the woodwind staff. And Daniel Rohrbaugh from St. Stanislaus was part of the woodwind staff. Y'all please stand if you wouldn't mind. Here's some of them right over here. Now, please welcome to the stage Assistant Concert Director, Mr. David Hopple from New Albany, as the band plays Resplendent Glory. 13 years ago, the Lions of Mississippi established the most outstanding staff member of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band. In addition, they saw fit to honor one of our former director managers by naming this award for him. It's my pleasure to present the Gary Cook Outstanding Staff Member Award to Ms. Jamie Young from Lake Cormorant High School, our concert director. Ms. Young. The Lions of Mississippi sponsor 2 awards for outstanding students of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band. The first, the Ed Tennant Award, is voted on by the members of the band and is given in memory of Lion Ed Tennant, a Mississippi Lion who almost single-handedly saved the Mississippi Lions All-State Band. There was a time many, many years ago that money got tight and there was talk about disbanding the Mississippi Lions Band. Can you imagine our state without this wonderful institution? Mr. Tennant would have none of that and launched a statewide campaign to save the band, and we are here tonight because of his efforts. Several years ago, the Lions of Mississippi decided to honor a longtime Mississippi Lion, the late Dr. James Schrock of Picayune, because he was a passionate supporter of the Mississippi Lions All-State Band and served on the Mississippi Lions All-State Committee and was chairman many times, including when they hired me. We are proud to present the James Schrock Ed Tennant Award to 4-year member Lizzie MacArthur. Lizzie. The most prestigious award that is given to the Mississippi Lions All-State Band is the band student is the Roy Martin Award. Mr. Martin was from Greenwood and founded the Mississippi Lions All-State Band. The staff of the band selected this recipient, and we are honored and proud to present this year's award to 4-year member Mr. River Mesa from South Jones High School. All right, you can sit down. Trombone players. Now please welcome to the stage our concert director, Ms. Jamie Young from Lake Cormorant High School, as the band concludes the concert portion of tonight's program with Sea Rock City. Ms. Young. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you would give us just a few minutes of organized chaos, we'll get reset for our lobby show and salute to Lionism. Give us just a few minutes and we'll be right back.